Hi, this is Jennifer Wolven with the DVHS, and this tutorial is going to teach you how to use a screencasting tool to turn any presentation into a narrated movie. The free online tool that we're going to be using is called Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic offers both free and paid accounts. However, it is not necessary to create an account, nor should you do so with your Dodia account. Instead, you should simply click on the Start Recording button that you see right here. The first time that you use Screencast-O-Matic on a computer, you will be prompted to download the launcher. This step is necessary, but it will only need to be done once. After the recorder launches, you'll see a dotted frame and a control panel with a few options. So here you see your frame, and you can drag that around, decide where you want your recording to be. You also have some options to turn on a webcam if that's something that's available on your computer. Hello, everybody. Or maybe you'd prefer to have both your screen, but also have yourself going in the webcam. And this you can move all around. You can put it up at the top, in any one of the corners, wherever you like. So that's something that is there are a few different options for you to go ahead and do your screencasting that way. Also notice that the maximum time is 15 minutes. That's very generous for free screencasting, and really more than I would think that you would need for showing your presentation. I don't think anybody wants to have a presentation that exceeds 15 minutes, 10 minutes even. You also have some control over the side, the size of the screen, so you could go full screen or active window here or bring it down. But again, this is something that you can also customize by clicking and dragging around. Narration, very important to notice whether or not you've got a microphone that's picking up. You can see the green lines here showing me that yes, indeed, my microphone is on and working. If you're not seeing that, then you're going to want to come over here and decide which you need to click on. If you are using the default microphone inside your computer, make sure that you're in a nice quiet spot and you're not going to be disturbed or have any extra noise that is going to muffle your narration or make it more difficult for your audience to hear. I also want to point out that you have an X here on computer audio. What this is letting you know is that on this free account or this free use of this tool, you do not have an option to record any audio coming from the computer. So if you wanted to pick up something, a song from your iTunes or something on YouTube, you cannot do that with this tool. It's only going to pick up the narration coming in from your mic. To prepare for your movie, you're going to need to do a couple of things. You're going to need to get your presentation and any tabs open and ready to go. So if you have a Google slide that you're going to be working on, you're going to want to come over here and get that all lined up and ready. If there are any websites that you want to include, you're going to want to have those tabs open and ready to go. But you also are going to want to spend some time planning your narration. You don't want to just read straight from your slides. You may want to go ahead and write out a script, or you may want to just prepare some notes. Perhaps there is a graphic organizer that might help you get yourself ready. These steps are going to help you keep on message and make sure that you don't get off topic during your movie and that it isn't too long because of this. It's also going to help you cut out any of those pesky ums and okays and likes that can make you sound like you're unprepared in your presentation. Also keep in mind volume and pace. Can your audience hear you clearly? Are you speaking too fast or too slowly? Is there a nice rhythm and intonation in your voice, or do you sound flat and emotionless? You're creating a movie here, so you want to consider the visual and auditory experience you are creating for your audience. When you've completed your preparations and you're ready to make your movie, you can go ahead and hit the red record button. You'll get a nice little countdown to give you a second to get ready. And then once you get rolling, you can see that you have the time running. Notice that you also have a pause button. So if there is something that you've forgotten to prep, maybe you needed to have another tab open in your window. Maybe there is something that you have forgotten in your slide presentation. Perhaps you just need a moment to refocus. You can hit that pause button. And you have a few options here. You can go ahead and delete everything if you've decided that you've messed up and you just want to start over. You can hit record and just keep on going. It will give you another nice little countdown so that you can continue on with your recording. You also have the done button. So when you are satisfied with your presentation, you can go ahead and click on done, and that is going to bring up a what do you want to do with this recording window. From here, you can preview your movie. I highly recommend that you take a look at it, make sure that it has turned out the way that you want it to. And then from there, you're going to want to save your video as a file. You have a few different options here. These two require a login, so that's not what we want. We want to save it as a video file. So once you click on that, then you have some more options. You need to decide what type of file you want. You have some options here. I would go with the MP4. And then you want to give your movie a name. That's very important. To make sure that you and your audience can easily identify it, decide where it is that you want to save this video, what folder on your computer. Cursor, you have some options. Do you want to be able to see the cursor in the movie? Do you want it highlighted? Do you want to have no cursor? And then you also have an option to add a caption. When you're satisfied with all of these selections, then you're going to go ahead and hit publish. And that is it. A few simple steps, some planning, and your presentation is now a movie.